So I went searching for my hammers, and I got plenty of hammers. I got sledgehammers, ball peen hammers, and claw hammers. And the hammer I use the most is probably this claw hammer. And when I have to tap things, I just use a block of wood like so and tap. But now I'm going to make myself a dead blow mallet. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Here I'm just going to show you a quick tip. What I have here is a clamp, and the top always comes off, but when it's on and you tighten it, it still works. Because it comes off, I thought of this idea. If you put this in your drill press table and then put the top on, you now have a nice clamp for your table. Since it's going to be a dead blow hammer, I'm going to drill a second hole in one of the pieces, and then I can add some weights. Now I've numbered all the discs in order of how I want them. I'll be putting 15 of these weights in, and they weigh 14 grams each. So that's number 3, and what I want to do is just glue this one and let it sit for a while before I carry on. Just want to make sure everything lines up. So the first 3 are dry, and I'll just carry on and add some more. So that's 15 more weights, and now I can glue this piece and add the top. All the pieces are clamped, and I'll let that sit overnight. So because I used a threaded rod, I was able to hook it up to my drill press, and I just made a small base, and now I can clean it up with some sandpaper. Well, I'm going to cut this on the table saw now. When I cut the rings for the weights, I saved the inner part of the ring, and I'll put it on here and just make a mark so you know roughly where not to cut. I made this little jig for the hammerhead to fit in, and there you can see how it's made. I just whipped it up really quick, and to stop the hammerhead from rolling, I just cut this wedge, and it just pops in here, and this will not rotate. So now I could run it through my table saw. And this is just to give the hammerhead a nicer shape. Now what I'll do is roll it over and make sure it's square, and put in my wedge, and now I can cut the other side. I can start on the handle, and what I'm going to use is this piece of hardwood. It came from a pallet. Now I'll glue on the hammerhead. After I rounded the edges with the router, I sanded this top here, and I'll just carry on and sand the rest down to make it nice and smooth. So I'll just give it a couple coats of varathane. Now I don't know whether I should be varathane the front of it, but I did one side and not the other. So we'll find out soon enough. So my mallet is complete, and now I'm going to test it. And I thought a good test would be to put a square peg in a round hole. So there it is, square pegs in a round hole, and my mallet works really good. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.